Okay, we're going to look at piece number 8 now for our reading. Now, the reading right now, it gets really exciting because you're going to play the left hand, a whole note with the bass clef. Okay, so you're really focusing in on these bass clefs now. Bass clef, and then followed with 3-note grouping. By playing 3 notes at a time, what does it do? It boosts your single line melodic reading. It's a wonderful way, a musical way, to practice reading. So you sit down and you do this page. I venture to say there's enough going on in it that you really wouldn't memorize it per se. You really don't want to memorize it. You want to have it be a total reading experience. Grab what fingering feels comfortable. In this case, when you have these 3-note groupings, your hand has got to conform to play them. So you'll see just how this is going to work. Okay, this is a really fun page. I think you're going to see the value behind being able to think of 3 notes at a time and put them in there quickly. Hard to do. Okay, and I think once you can get comfortable with that, when you do see a single notes flying around in your tunes, you're going to be all over them. Okay, watch. Starting off here, left hand. C, 2, 3, 4, to the G. And left hand, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. Nice, huh? Isn't that pretty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. That's an A flat, B, and E flat. Watch those carefully. 1, 2. That's a low E flat. And a low C. See how the difference between those last 2 bars? C, left hand, then it goes down to a low C. Isn't that pretty? Let's do it again. And you can keep it really slow and relaxed. I'm going to play a little faster this time, but slow and relaxed sounds real pretty. It gives the chords time to really have some impact, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, when I write these pieces, the first and foremost thing that I think about for my students is, are they going to like the sound of what we're coming through? And this is really, you play this for someone, and, you know, this is a beginning introduction piano piece here. I mean, this is, reading, and it's rather early on to be sounding this good. To be sounding this good on the piano is really very, very valuable. I mean, to be, and it should be encouraging for you to keep reading and be moving along. So, be looking at the 3 notes. Another mistake people will make sometimes is they'll see the first 3 notes here, the G, C, and the E, and they'll play them in the wrong order. You know, you might get all the notes, but you shift them around and put them in some weird order. Make sure you're always looking at the top one and the bottom one as the outer edges, and conforming them that way. Also look at them in relation to middle C, that you're going from C and a parameter up, you know, so, you know, as they get lower to middle C, you know, you can keep them in. Like, for example, the very bottom line, the first measure, you got this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, C, D, F. You don't want to be playing way up here, 2, 3, 4, and this one's right in the middle of middle C. Middle C is right in here, see that? And then this one here has middle C in the top note. Okay? See? So you want to relate everything against middle C. But I think you're going to find the counting element here is really going to be a very important part of this. Now, use a metronome if you can. You know, 1, 2, change. 1, 2, read. 1, 2, read the right hand. 1, 2, read. These are nice. 1, 2. And it forces you to move along. If you can't hold it together with a metronome, what you could do is you could just count it out loud what I'm doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're trying to, you know, give yourself a little bit of room. But that metronome will really push you, so I encourage you to try to get a metronome into the picture here. It would be a lot of keyboards have them built on board. Or you can get the little, they come in all different shapes and sizes now. You can get the old wind-up ones that are really still quite good. or they're a little. There are some of them as big as a little. A little credit card. I mean, they're really small, and thin. So anyway, something like this would be a great tool to be working with when reading. Like in an in-person lesson with me, I would put the metronome on, and I would push you against the gun here. I would say, okay, read 1, 2, and I would see how much hesitation you have to get to those new notes. And by putting the metronome on, it kind of refines that, so your reading becomes much more focused, and you're developing the skill of looking ahead all the time. So I can't say enough about using a metronome. Okay, so get the picture? Okay, so anyway, the piece number 8 here is a beautiful one. You get 3 notes at a time. You get some bass clef reading here. It's only 4 lines of music, but it sure sounds good. You do a little bit of this every day. It will help your reading, without a doubt. Remember, reading 3 notes at a time is going to help those single note melodies that you're going to see, without a doubt. Okay, so start slow. Enjoy what's going to come back at you. It's a good one. Okay, let's move on.